How you doing, guys? This is Brendan C. representing Spirit Media here. We're here with
Taylor McFerrin.
There you go. I'm gonna do my, 3 questions as you guys already know how I do it. First question is, how long have you been doing music?
Since I would say 97, so 18 years.
Oh, 18? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you keep it serious, man. A lot of people, just try to pop on the scene and, try to just force their way into the game. I respect it. 18 years?
I've been doing it quite a while.
What's the inspiration of the music, though?
I grew up in a musical family, so it always seemed like a possibility to me. But, I got really into hip-hop production in about, really studying it in about 96. I grew up in Cali, so the Dog Pound, Dre, Snoop thing was like really getting crazy when I was in grade school. But when I started trying to produce beats, it was I connected more with the East Coast producers. DJ Premier was my favorite. Wu-Tang kind of took over my life for a long time, and eventually Jay Dilla and Madlib, those two were the cats in kind of the generation ahead of me that most of my friends kind of looked up to them and were following their footsteps.
Do you consider yourself more of an artist or a producer? Even though technically they're both the same thing. But.
I'm a producer that's becoming an artist. I started off only making beats, and then I actually was in bands for years as a frontman, sometimes as an MC, sometimes as a keyboard player. But my heart wasn't in that in the same way as it was into making beats. So at a certain point, I kind of cut off all my band situations after doing that in New York for about 10 years, and got back to what I started off wanting to do, which was a producer. I used to just want to do hip hop stuff, but after being in so many bands over the years, I kind of had a bunch of different styles seep into what I do, and so now it's a pretty eclectic mix of styles. But at the end of the day, I have kind of the aesthetic sensibility with the sound. It has to kind of be able to play in a big system, and you got to be able to feel the kicks, the drums, and the bass. That's kind of the lead. But I would say I'm a producer first, but I'm developing into more of an artist.
I respect that. All right. Final question I got for you, man. What makes you the type of artist that can potentially jump into multiple genres? Like, what makes you, to be specific, the type of artist where people look forward to say, like, all right, man, he's doing one thing, but we're waiting for him to jump into this genre, and jump into this next genre, to the point where it's almost like you should have already did this already. You know what I mean? Like, do you consider yourself such a talent that can do that?
I touch on a lot of genres within my own style, and the thing is, I play all the instruments on my records, so I have tracks that would appeal to kids that are into like trap music, but I also have tracks that are for like jazz heads, and I feel like within the course of a record, with my last record, I go in between a lot of different genres. I think these days, it's all about hit songs for people. I could have the worst album ever, but if I have one song that's a hit, that'll be what blows me up. I'm not really shooting for that. I'll be cool with whatever success comes as long as I'm putting out stuff that I'm really into. I think the next few years, there's definitely a possibility that a couple tracks that I work on will hit a new level of notoriety. And I think most artists that really cross into the mainstream zeitgeist are people that are doing stuff from the heart. And sometimes you get a song that blows up and you didn't know it was gonna be like that, and then you start to question what moves to make to stay relevant. I'll take any of that stuff as it comes. In the meantime, I'm just gonna make music that I enjoy.
I gotta respect that, man. Nobody has a choice but to respect what you're gonna do. You're your own artist, as long as you satisfy the fans. If you grew up, to be honest, let's say you grew up with them. A lot of times artists will just say, oh, I have fans and blah, blah, blah. But the people that stick with you from the time that you started, you first did the underground scene, and you do one show here, one show there. If you have people that come with you from all of those stepping stones up to where you hit the big stages, you know what I'm saying? Like we are internationally known. Those are the people that you got to look out for. Because if you just going out of your way to, oh, I'm going to satisfy the guy that just bought the last album. You know what I mean? The girl that just bought the last album.
It's a delicate balance, but
yeah,
you gotta just. I found that if you put out stuff that you feel good about while you're making it, even if it isn't received well, you can live with it. But if you change your style trying to make certain people happy and then it doesn't do well, then I think you've lost something. You've kind of like totally failed across the board. So, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, and hopefully I can sustain my life this way.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate the time.
No, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, much success. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do, man. Listen, we gonna get out of here, man. But you got anything else to say to the people?
Look out for me and my friend Marcus Gilmore on drums. He's one of the best young drummers in the world. We're going to be touring around the U.S. and the world this year. And look for new music this summer, for sure.
All right. Thank you.